This is the fourth lecture on the indices series. Okay, so let's continue. Now we have 64 over 27 equal to 3 over 4 raised by y minus 1. Alright, now to solve this one, look at this principle here. Let's say we have a over b. It can be what? B over a inverse. Okay, now here I can say 27 over 24, everything raised by what? Inverse raised by minus 1 equal to what? 3 over 4 raised by what? Y minus 1. Right here now, don't forget that our 27 is what? Index form of 27 is what? 3 raised by 3 over what? This one also be what? 4 raised by what? 3, everything raised by what? Minus 1 equal to 3 over 4 raised to power y minus 1. Then here now I can say 3 over what? 4. Okay, everything raised by what? Minus 3 here equal to what? 3 over 4, everything raised by y minus 1. Now, according to the law of indices, you can see that we have the same base here, right? That means this one is going to cancel. We now have the power here equal to this value. It makes what? Minus 3 equal to y minus 1. It makes minus 1 plus minus 3 plus 1 equal to 1. That is, my y is equal to what? Minus 2. Be the final answer. Now, look at these examples so you can try your hand on this exercise. Drop your answer. Now, let me now continue with the what? Let's start with the correction. Now, we have 2 raised by m equal to this one. Just what? 2 raised by m equal to what? The index form of 16 is what? 2 raised by 4. Okay? 2 raised by 4 is what? 16. Now, this one cancel. The power here equal to this one. M is equal to what? 4. We are done. Now look at this one as well. We also have 5 raised by 2. Here now I can see 5 raised by what? 2m. Now this one can be what? The index form of this one we can have for 5 raised by what? 4. That is 5. 25 times 25 is what? 625. Here now I can have 5 raised by 2m equal to 5 raised by minus 4. Right? That is 1 over 5 is equivalent to what? 5 raised by minus 1. Now, since we have the same base here, the same 5 just cancel like this, and this one is equal to what? This one, 2m equal to minus 4. Dividing both sides by what? By the coefficient of m. My m is going to be what? Minus 2. So we are done with this. Now look at the third question. Now let's start. Then here now we can have 1 over 3, right? Times index form of 9 is what? 3 raised power 2. This one 3 raised power 2m equal to index form of 27 is what? 3 raised power 3, right? 3 raised power what? 3m. Don't forget that we have m here. Now here now I can see 3 raised power what? Minus 1 times what? 3 raised power what? 2m equal to what? 3 raised power what? 3m. According to the law of indices, when you have something like this, a raised power x times a raised power, the answer will be what? A raised power x plus 1. The same thing applicable here. Here we are going to have what? 3 raised power minus 1 plus 2m equal to 3 raised power 3m. Right? Here now we can have, so this base here cancel this one. So it means for minus 1 plus 2y. Sorry, this one is what? M not y. Okay? Y m minus 2m equal to what? 3m. So let me collect the light, and here and I can say minus 1 equal to what? Minus 1, let me just do that. 2m minus 3m equal to what? 1. 2m minus 3, and this one will give me minus m equal to 1. Now multiply everything by minus 1. It means for my m is equal to what? Minus 1. So we are done with this. Now, can you solve this question? So let's start. Now here I can just say dividing both sides by what? Dividing both sides by what? 3. Right? Dividing both sides by what? 3. Here we are going to have for 3 here 1. So 3 in 8 is what? 2. So remember 2. How many 2? How many 3 can we see in 24? We are going to see what? 8. Right? Now according to the law of indices, 2 raised power 2 raised to power 2m minus 2 equal to what? The index form of 128 is equal to what? 2 raised to power 7, right? Okay. Now here now we can have 2 raised to power 7. This the same thing here, right? When you have something like a raised to power x equal to what? A raised to power y. This one cancel x equal to what? Y. The same thing applicable here. This one cancel here. We have 2m minus 3 equal to what? 7. You can have 2m equal to what? 7 plus 3. 2m equal to what? 10. Dividing both sides by the coefficient of m, which is 2m divided by 2 equal to what? 10 divided by 2. M is equal to what? 5. Right? Can you solve this question here? Drop your answer. So let's start. Now solve for what? M. Here, don't forget that what? 16 is what? The index form of 16 is what? 2 raised to power 4. And 4 is what? 2 raised to power 2. And 32 is what? 2 raised to power what? 5. Okay. Now here now I can see 2 raised to power what? 4 is 16, right? Times 3m that we have here. 3m equal to what do we have here? You can see 2 raised to power what? Minus 2. Times 32 is what? 2 raised to power what? 5. Put your bracket m minus 1. Now here now I can have 2 raised to power what? 4 times 3 is 12. Put your m. Now this one can be what? Since we have the product here now. So far this one we have the product times here. Just what? Add the power together. We're going to have minus 2 plus 5 into what? M minus 1. Right? According to the law of indices, when you have something like this, that is, if you have the same base, which is what? 2, 2 here, just cancel this one. It means what? 12m equal to what? Minus 2 plus 5 into what? M minus 1. Okay, let me expand it. 2m equal to what? Minus 2 here, 5 times m, 5m minus 5, right? Let me collect the right terms here. This one, we have 12m, okay, 12m minus 5m equal to minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7, right? 12 minus 5 is 7. 7m equal to minus 7. Dividing both sides by what? By 7. 7m divided by 7 minus 7 divided by 7. We have my m is what? Minus 1. So simple as ABC. Can you solve this question? Drop your answer. So let me start the solution. Now here I can just cross multiply straight away. Don't forget that what? Note 9 is what? 3 raised to power 2. 27 is what? 3 raised to power 3. That is, means what? 3 times 3 times 3 is what? 27. Okay, let me just cross multiply here. Cross multiply. Cross multiply. Here now we can, here's my 9. Let's say 9 3 raised to power 2 into what? 2m minus 1 equal to 27 raised to power what? M plus 1. Here now I can see 27 is what? 3 raised to power 3. 3 raised to power 3. Put your bracket here, right? Now according to the law of indices, when you have the same base, so let me write this thing. Let me just open bracket here. 4m minus what? 2. 2 times 2, 4. Put your 2 times minus 1 minus 2 equal to, we have 3 here as well. 3 times m, 3m. 3 times 1, 3. Okay. Now since we have the same base here, just cancel it like this. So we have 4m minus 2 equal to what? 3m plus what? 3. Collect the last time. We have 4m minus 3m equal to, we have 3 here. 3 plus 2. So 4m minus 3m is what? M. Okay. 4 minus 3 is 1. Just add your m. 3 plus 2 is what? Is 5. Okay. Now look at this question as well. So you can drop your answer. Now let's move to another question here. Look at this several question. Here we are going to start with what? Exponential equation. Okay, exponential equation. Let me start now. Here I can say, I can just do this one. 2m times what? 2 raised to power m minus 5 into what? 2 raised power m plus 4 equal to what? 0. Here I can say let the principle I'm applying here is what? If you have a raised power x times a raised power y, okay, you can just write what? Since they have the same base, this is the power, just write base and add the power x plus y. Okay, here now let me just say let k is equal to what? 2 raised power m, right? Now you can have k times k minus what? 5 times k plus 4 equal to what? 0. We can have k square minus 5k plus 4 equal to what? 0. Here now we can apply what? Indices. We can factorize this value now. Now this one, the coefficient of k here is 1, right? Constant number here is 4, right? This one 1 times 4 is 5. The middle number here we have minus 5k. But I want to what? Evaluate only the coefficient of k, which is what? Minus 5. In this case I can say minus 1 minus 4, we have what? Minus 5, right? Minus 1 times minus 4, you can see that we are still going to get this 4 back. We get this thing, what? Coefficient of k square is 1, and with this constant 4. Okay, let me just input a k square minus k minus 4k plus 4, right? Now we can have k into what? K minus 1, everything is equal to what? 0, minus 4 into what? K minus 1 equal to what? 0. K minus 4 into what? K minus 1 equal to what? 0. It means for my k is equal to what? 4, or what? K is equal to what? 1. So we are done with this. So let me manage this aspect here, right? Now don't forget, I will record that what? My k is equal to what? 2 raised power n. For what? For my k is what? 4 equal to what? 2 raised power m. Here we can say 2 raised power 2 equal to what? 2 raised power m. This one cancel. My m is equal to what? 2. Now similarly for what? For k equal to 1. So k equal to 1 is equal to what? 2 raised power m. We are considering this one. Okay. My k is what? Is equal to 1 here. For k is equal to 1, right? This one is what? For k is equal to what? 4, right? 4k is equal to 4. Here now I can see 2 raised power 0 equal to what? 2 raised power m. This one we cancel, base we cancel. 0 is equal to what? M. It means for my m is equal to what? 0, or what? Or m is equal to what? 2. Right? Now, can you solve this question? Drop your answer. So let me start the solution. Now, we have this one. I can say 3 raised power what? 2m times what? 3 raised power what? 1, right? Minus 12 into what? 3 raised power what? 3m plus 9 equal to what? 0, right? Here now I can say 3 raised power m times what? 3 raised power what? M times 3 minus 12 times what? 3 raised power m plus 9 equal to what? 0. Let p equal to what? 3 raised power what? M, right? Here now we can have p times 3 minus 12p plus 9 equal to 0. We can have what? 3p square minus 12p plus 9, right? Here now dividing both sides by what? By 3. It means we are going to have p square minus 4p plus 3 equal to what? 0. So let us factorize this value. So here the coefficient of p square is 1. The constant number here is 3, right? Now the middle number here is what? Minus 4p. But I want to consider the coefficient of p, which is minus 4. I need to remember that if you multiply the number, you must get 3. At the same time, when you add the number, you must get minus 4. I can say minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4, right? Minus 1 times minus 3 is what? Is 3, okay? P square minus p minus 3p plus 3 equal to 0, right? Now here we can have, let me factorize the p into what? P minus 1, 3 common here, just a minus 3 out, p minus what? 1 equal to what? 0. we have p minus 3 equal to into p minus 1 equal to what, 0. Here I can say p minus 3 equal to what, 0, or what, p minus 1 equal to what, 0. That is, my p is equal to 3, or what, p is equal to what, 1. But don't forget that what, we have assumed here that for what, p is equal to what, 3. Now for p equal to what, 3 here, we also have p raised by what, 3m here. We now equate the both value here. I can say 3 raised by m equal to what, 3 raised by m, because 3 simply means 3 raised by 1. This one cancel. My m is equal to 1. Now similarly, for what, for p equal to what, 1, okay, you can also have what, 3 raised by m equal to what, 1. Here you can see 3 raised by m equal to what, 3 raised by what, 0. It means what, my m is equal to 0. It means my m is equal to what, 0, or m is equal to what, 1, right? M is equal to 1. Please kindly follow, like, comment and share. Can you solve this question? So let's start. Now look at this question. Here I can say 4 raised by, I can say 4 raised by what, 2m here. Don't forget that what, 16 is equivalent to what, 4 raised by 2. Just add your m here, minus 5 4 raised by m plus 4 equal to what, 0. Here I can split this value. I can say 4 raised by m times what, 4 raised by m minus 5 4 raised by m plus 4 equal to what, 0, right? Here now let me just say let p equal to what, 4 raised by m. So this one will be p times p minus 5p plus 4 equal to what, 0. P square minus 5p plus 4 equal to 0, right? Now here we can have, I can say, let me just factorize this in as usual. Here we're going to have for p square. Don't forget that the coefficient of p square here is 1, right? Constant number here is what, is 4. 1 times 4 is what, 4. The middle number here is for minus 5. I need two numbers that if you multiply the number, you must get 4. At the same time, when you add the number, you must get minus 5. So minus 1 minus 4 is what, minus 5. Minus 1 times minus 4 is also equivalent to what, 4, which is what, correct here, right? I can now see minus what, p minus 4p plus 4 equal to 0. Let's factorize this thing out. P into p minus 1 minus 4 into p minus 1 equal to what, 0. P minus 4, right, into what, p minus 1 equal to 0. Yeah, you can say p minus 4 equal to 0, or what, p minus 1 equal to 0. That is p equal to 4, or what, p equal to what, 1, right? Now the next thing we are going to do is what, for p, let me just mark this here. For p equal to what, 4. Don't forget that we have this one. Our p is also was 4 raised by what, m here, right? Now that's it. I can say 4 raised by 1 equal to 4 raised by m. According to the law of indices, this one we cancel here. We have 1 is equal to m. That is, my m is equal to 1. Now for p equal to what, 1 here, equal to 1, we have p raised by what, p is equal to what, 4 raised by m. Now here now I can see 4 raised by 0 is equal to what, 1, equal to what, 4 raised by m. And this one cancel. So we have 0 equal to m. That is, m is equal to what, 0. Finally, my m is equal to 0, or what, my m is equal to 1, right? Please kindly follow, like, comment and share. Can you solve this? Drop your answer. So let's start. Here I can see 3 raised by what, 2m times 3 minus 28 into what, 3 raised by what, m plus 9 equal to 0, right? Now here I can split this value. I can see 3 raised power what m times what 3 raised power what m 3 raised power m times 3 raised power m to give us what 3. Write your 3 and add the power. M plus m is 2m, okay, times 3a minus 28 into what 3 raised power m plus 9 equal to what 0. Now let k equal to what 3 raised power what m. Now we can now have k times k. So wherever you see your 3m, you place it with what k times k times 3 minus 28k plus 9 equal to what 0. Here we can have what 3k squared minus 28k plus 9 equal to what 0. Let me factorize this thing. Now the coefficient of k squared is 3a, right? Write it. Now the constant number without k is what? Is 9. This one is what? 27. The middle number here is what? Minus 28k. But here I want to get the value for minus 28. Okay, we need minus 28. When you look at this one here, I can see minus 27 minus 1 is for minus 28, right? Minus 27 times minus 1 is what? 27. That is, I need two numbers that if you multiply the number, you must get what? 27, which is what? Minus 21 times minus 1 is 27. Also, when you add the number, you must get this value here. Here I can see minus 27k minus what? K, right? Now let me now input this value here. 3k squared minus k minus what? 27k plus 9 equal to what? 0. Let's factorize this thing out. K common here, write it down. We have k 3k. We have 3k minus 1. What's common here is what? Is 9 minus 9 into what? 3k minus what? 1 equal to what? 0. You can have k minus 9 into 3k minus 1 equal to what? 0. That is here now. I can say k minus 9 equal to what? 0, or what? 3k minus 1 equal to what? 0. That is k equal to what? 9, or what? 3k equal to what? 1. We can have k equal to 9, or k is equivalent to what? 1 over 3, right? Now don't forget that we have our assumption here. We have assumption here to be what? K, right? Here now for k equal to 9, we have this guy here. That is k equal to what? 3 raised power m, right? Now I can see now, just equate this one. I can now have my 9 is what? 3 raised power 2 equal to this k here, 3 raised power what? M. This one cancel. We have 2 equal to m. That is my m is equal to what? 2. We are done. Now we also have for k equal to what? 1 over 3, and this one will be what? 3 raised power minus 1. So now let me equate it to what? K here. That is 3 raised power m is equal to what? 3 raised power minus 1. Now this one cancel. We have the same base, 3 here. This power is equal to what? This one. M is equal to minus 1. Finally, my m is equal to minus 1, or what? My m is equal to what? 2, right? Please kindly follow, like, comment and share. Now look at this question. Can you solve it? Drop your answer. Now here, so if 8 raised power m over 2 equal to 2 raised power 3y times 4 raised power 3y, find m. So in this context now, I can say 2 raised power 3, which is 8, times m over 2 equal to what? 2 raised power 3 over 8 times what? Here is for 2 raised power 2 times what? 3 over what? 4. Now we have 2 raised power 3m equal to 2 raised power 3 over 8 times this one cancel here, right? We have 2 raised power what? 3 over 2. Okay, now here I can say, according to the law of indices here, when you have the same base, when you have the product of the same base, you add the power what together. So 2 raised power m. You can see that we have the product of the same base. We now add the power together. 2 raised power 3 over 8 plus 3 over 2, right? Now, according to the law of indices as well, if you have a raised power s equal to a raised power y, just cancel this one. S is equivalent to what? Y. That is my s equal to y. Now, here now, this one cancel this one as well. We can have 3m over what? Over 2 equal to, here, let me put this thing down. We can have 3 over 8 plus 3 over 2. Okay, now let me find the LCM. We have 3m over what? Over 2 equal to, the LCM of this one is what? Is 8, write it. This one will what? 3 plus. How many 2 can we see in 8? Is 4. 4 times 3, right? 4 times 3 is 12. Right, so let me just manage this point here. Now here we can have 3m over 2 equal to 15 over what? 8. So let's cross multiply here. We can have 3m times 8 equal to what? 2 times 15. Now dividing both sides by what? 24 here. So 3m times 8 over what? 3 times what? 8 equal to what? 2 times 15 over what? 3 times 8. This one vanish. Now we have my m is equal to what? 3l1, 3l was 5. Okay, 2l1, 2l4. The final answer is what? 5 over 4. Please kindly follow, like, comment, and share. Can you solve this question? So let's start. Now we have 3 raised power what? 2m plus 1 over this one. Everything equal to what? 27. Don't forget that what? 27 is equal to what? 3 raised power what? 3. Okay, here at the same time, when you have the product of the same base, we are going to add the power together. So let me do it straight away here. We have 3 raised power 2m plus 1 over, so just add the power here and this one together. You can have 3 raised power what? 3m minus 4 plus 6 minus 7m equal to what? 27 raised power m. Now we have 3 raised power 2m plus 1 over 3. So let me add this one together. 3m minus 7m. So we have minus 4m minus 4 plus 6. We have plus 2. Everything equal to what? This one will be what? 3 raised power what? 3m. 27 is what? 3 raised power 3, right? Now here I want to cross multiply here. Okay, I can say 3 raised power 2m plus 1 times 3 raised power 3m times what? 3 raised power what? Minus 4m plus 2. Okay, here now, so we can have 3 raised power what? 2m plus 1 equal to, since they have the same base, just add their power together. 3 raised power 3m minus 4m plus 2. Okay, now according to the law of here now, we can just cancel this one, right? Since they have the same base, when you have something like this, just cancel it. S is equal to what? Y. We can have 2m plus 1 equal to 3m. Okay, let me just write this now. 3m minus 4m plus 2, right? 2m plus 1, 3m minus 4m. This one is minus m plus 2, right? Now let me collect the like times here. We have 2m plus, this one will be plus here. Okay, what do we have here? We have 2 here. We have 2 here, right? Now this one will be what? 2 minus 1. Now we have 2m plus m. This one is 3m equal to 1. Dividing both sides by what? By m. You can have 3m over 3. Dividing both sides by 3. Sorry, 1 over what? 3. So my m is equal to what? 1 over 3. Please kindly follow, like, comment, and share. Can you solve this question? Let's start. Now we have this value here, 2 raised to the power minus 2 raised to the power 1 minus m times 2 raised to the power m minus 1. Everything is equal to what? 8 raised to the power 2 minus 2m. Okay, to solve this one, recall that what? 8 is equivalent to what? 2 raised to the power 3. Don't forget. And when we have the principle of this one, when we have the same base, the product of the same base, we add what? Their power together. Now let me now start now. Here I can just work. I can say 2 raised to the power 1 minus this one plus straight away according to this principle plus m minus 1 over 2 raised to the power m plus 2 equal to what? Here 2 raised to the power what? 3 into what? 2 minus 2m. Right? Now here now we can have, here we can see 2 raised to the power what? We have 1 minus 1 is 0. This one also was 0. Right? Now this one will give us what? 2 raised to the power what? M plus 2 equal to 2 raised to the power, here open the bracket, 3 times 2, right? 6 minus what? 3 times 2, that's what? 6m here. Okay, here now let me just cut multiply. Don't forget that this one is what? Is 2 raised to the power 0. Let me leave it. So cross multiply here, I can say 2 raised to the power 0 equal to 2 raised to the power what? M plus 2 times 2 raised to the power 6 minus 6m. Okay, 2 raised to the power 0 here, I can see this one, they have the same base, the product of the same base. Okay, you just add their what? Power together. So this one will 2 raised to the power m plus 2 plus 6 minus 6m. Right? Where we can have 2 raised to the power 0 equal to here we have 2 raised to the power, we have m minus 6m. This one will be minus 5m. Okay, here we have 2 plus 2. This one is what? Is 8. Right? So let me just divide this line into 2. So let me divide this line. Let me divide this line. Now here we can have, according to law of indices, now this one will cancel, these two cancel here. Let me big this one. So this one will be what? 0 equal to minus 5 m plus what? 8. Right? I can just take this one, I can say 5m equal to what? 8. Dividing both sides by the coefficient of m, which is 5. Everything divided by 5. 8 over what? 5. We have m is equal to what? 8 over 5. Please kindly follow, like, comment, and share. Can you solve this question? So let's start. Now we have 10 raised to the power m times 5 raised to the power 2m minus 2 times 4 raised to the power m minus 1. Okay, now to solve this one, let me just split this number. I can say 2 times 5, everything raised to the power what? M times what? 5. Open the bracket here. I can have 5 times what? 2 raised to the power what? 2m times what? 5 raised to the power minus 2. Right? Similarly, I can also have here, we can have here to be what? 2, right? I can have 2 here. I can say 2 raised to the power what? 2 into what? M minus 1, everything equal to 1. Now here now, so note, if you have something like ab raised to the power what? X, it means a raised to the power x, b raised to the power x. Don't forget, take note. 2 raised to the power what? M times what? 5 raised to the power what? M. Okay, now here what do we have here? We have times what? 5 raised to the power what? 2m. Okay, times what? This one will be what? We can have 5 raised to the power minus 2, right? This one will be what? 2 raised to the power 2m times 2 raised to the power what? Minus 2 as well, equal to 1. Okay, now look at this value here. This one can be what? I can say 2 raised to the power m. Okay, 2 raised to the power m times what? 5 raised to the power what? M times 5 raised to the power what? 2m. Here can be what? 1 over 5 raised to the power 2, which is 25, times 2 raised to the power 2m times 2 raised to the power minus 2 can also be what? 1 over 2 raised to the power 2, which is what? 4, equals everything equal to 1, right? Multiply everything by what? 100. So we are going to have what? 2 raised by what? M times what? 5 raised by, let me just bring this thing together. 2 raised by M here times what? 5 raised by M times what? 5 raised by what? 2M. Everything will equal to what? 25 times 4, which is what? 100. Okay. Now here we have 2 raised by what? M here times, okay, let me just add the power together. This one will be what? 2 raised by what? This times what? 5 raised by what? M plus what? 2 raised by M equal to what? 100. Right. Now here we have 10 here. I want to make in such a way that everything be the same. When you look at this one, they have the same what? Power, right? So if any element here, when you have a raised power x times what? B raised power x, it means what? A, B, everything raised power x. Take note, right? The same thing applicable here. You can see that we have different bits but the same power. Just say 2 times 5 raised power what? M plus 2M, right? Equal to 100 is what? 10 raised power 2. That is, here we have 10 raised power what? M plus what? 2M, right? Now this one can be what? 10 raised power 2. Don't forget that what? M plus 2M is what? 3M, right? 10 raised power what? 3M equal to what? 10 raised power 2. So this one cancel. We have M 3M equal to what? 2. Dividing both sides by what? By the coefficient of M, which is what? 3. Dividing both sides by what? 3. We have 2 over 3. That is, final answer is what? Ym is equal to what? 3 over 2. Please kindly follow, like, comment and share. Now look at all these examples so you can try. Give your child that are in SS1, SS2 to try all these questions. Please try to follow, comment, like and share.